Even Randy is here.
I'm not sure, Ms. Weezer. I'm pretty sure they're going to be working too. But I know Robert, he should end up logging in a bit if he gets free.
Okay. There's Chaluka. Right. Hi, Chaluka. Vincent's here.
Was that Chaluka in the dark?
he doesn't have his picture on.
On the ice?
He's the TTR.
Oh, there he is.
There's Jake.
Oh, you don't remember when I had crutches?
Well, unfortunately, the guys that really need to be here are not here.
They're not here, of course. I'm going to get going ahead because I'm recording this, and I'll just put it on YouTube, and guys are going to have to watch. But
everybody mute.
Everybody mute. And I'm going to go over some of the important things that have been happening or could happen, hopefully. First off, I got talked to Mr. Lilly with all the other coaches, and there's a good possibility we will be allowed to practice kind of the remaining few weeks going on into the potential school year here. But working?
You guys mute yourselves. Mute.
I am so glad I'm recording this. Hey, was that Chungus? Chungus, get away from me.
Chungus, did you dye your hair? What?
Where? I'm screening. Oh.
Chungus, get away from the ice cream truck. Unless you're working there.
It's just for the summer.
Just for the...
Chungus, move your camera down so I can see all of your head.
Just do the bottom half.
Why?
Oh. Oh, Chungus.
I'm going to cut it, though, once it starts growing more.
I give up. Go ahead, Pena.
Okay. So, Mr. Lilly said we could return to play as soon as the district approves us. Now, the earliest we could do that is July 14th. I believe I put that down, July 14th. But you need to be 100% cleared in order to be able to practice, which was, you know, the rule anyway. But we had been able to go to have the doctor come and talk to you guys through getting cleared and everything. So you're pretty much going to be left on your own to get completely cleared. Okay. Now, one of the things about getting back to practice is it's completely voluntary. Okay. That means you have to be comfortable with it. Your parents have to be comfortable with it. If you're not, you could just let me know, any of the coaches know, Mr. Lilly know, and that's fine. This is not going to impact your position on the team or in the program if you cannot make it. Like, you know, we've already noticed here, a lot of guys end up getting some jobs and working, which is fine. That's good, being responsible. But it's also a risk involved. Some of you guys might have more risk than others, depending on health conditions, family conditions, and all those other things that might factor into your decision. But just to let you know that, you know, this is a chance for us to kind of return to some normalcy, I guess, if you want to, for lack of a better term. Also, there's a number of players that, you know, really would like to get back together as a group, at least in the matter that we will be allowed to. And, you know, like I said, it's an opportunity for us to take advantage of getting back to work, getting back to some type of normal, and hopefully getting prepared for a season that you know, hopefully we could get to. But with that being said, like I said, it's completely voluntary, although if you're going to play, you know you have to be cleared anyway. And when the school year starts and things are opening up, if you're not cleared, you're going to be left out. Okay, you need to get this stuff done. Okay. Now with the clearance, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I did a whole video thing on getting cleared, at least doing your physical. That's the first thing. But in order to start practice, you need to be 100% cleared in the athleticClearance.com page. So if you haven't already gone on there, I think a lot of you guys in this particular group have gone on there. I have about only 16 names on there that have started it on the computer. So if you haven't, you need to get that done. So you need to go on to athleticClearance.com, complete the whole portion in the athletic clearance on the online part, okay? You also need to get your physical done. And as far as your physical, one, hang on to the hard copy, but the other thing you need to do is take a picture of it, both sides, okay, and upload it. There's a portion on there, and it kind of takes you to it. Mrs. Weezar put the picture of the screen on Instagram for you to see, and you need to upload it into that particular place. You need both sides. Right now, there's only 3 guys that have something loaded up there. Jonathan being one. I can't remember the other ones. Pablo, you have half. Okay, you need to upload the other page. You've only done one side, so make sure you upload both sides. Okay. Your insurance card, your parents' insurance card, usually through work or something, they get some type of insurance card for you, or if it's Medi-Cal, you get something in the mail. There's a place for you to take a picture of that. Well, you need to take a picture of that and upload that where it says insurance, okay? After that, the one last thing to upload, you're gonna have to print up when you're completely done with the whole process. You print the signature page, sign it, take a picture of that, and upload that too. I think there's kind of like a third little extra space. Hang on, I'm gonna kind of get out of this here. Go to athletic clearance here. Sign in. Okay. Student info physicals right here. Okay. So upload physical form. Choose file, that's where your physical form goes. Proof of insurance. Okay. That's where you upload the picture of your proof of insurance. The additional form, that's that last page when you're done. Signature, you sign it, your parents sign it, take a picture of that, upload that there too. Okay. Now, hopefully when you get through everything, I'm just going to show you what I have. Clearances, boys soccer, okay? This is all the names I have for people that have gone on there, okay? Most of you have the computer part done, but see these little paper clips? These are just the physical, okay? I'm assuming the insurance, I don't know where that's going to go, but you need to upload that in the other form, okay? Move you over here. Parent guardian info. Signature is that portion where you, electronic signature. Now, Mr. Lilly, I'm going to tell him, hey, as soon as I see more paper clips there, okay, I'm going to tell Mr. Lilly, please go in and check that off. And you'll have where it says status cleared. And you guys know when you're cleared because remember it sends you that email, right? That's when you know you are 100% cleared, okay? But I'd like you guys all to have that done. I think I put a date here, go back. By June 10th, that's Friday, a couple Fridays from now, okay? Is that? I'm at the wrong date? I mean, July 10th. Let me fix that. Sorry. Okay, so July 10th. I don't even know what day it is. It's Monday, right? So July 10th, that's a couple Fridays from now. And that's why I did this today as soon as I could. I basically heard from Mr. Lilly, I want to say it was a Thursday meeting. So I'm trying to get everybody to get in on this as soon as possible. Finding a doctor, I gave you guys 2 lists on Remind. You might have to scroll back. One list is, through in certain insurance carriers. The other one's through non-insurance. The ones that we have on the list there are pretty affordable. I mean, they're not going to be free, but you need to get it done, and it's going to last you for the entire year. Okay, so that's the biggest thing: athletic clearance. Okay, after that, it's just going to be up to the district and your coaches to make sure we have everything set up for you guys to come and practice. I'm trying to get the bull. From what I've heard, the city is open, so the bowl should be open. And if I could get the bowl, I'm gonna go Monday and Wednesday, 3 to 5. And then we're gonna go Saturday at the school, 3 to 5. Okay? Now, practice is not gonna look like what you're used to. Okay? Although some of you might be practicing with your clubs, and they may be doing some of the things that we're going to have to do. Because technically we're in what's called phase 1. If we're going to restart practice, we're going to have to use the phase 1 protocols, all right? Which is basically no physical contact, 1 ball, 1 person. You can't be picking up the ball and throwing it to each other and all that other stuff. We're going to have you guys come in and do a number of things to check you in before we get started. And that's kind of the other part I wanted to go over with, okay? But athletic clearance, is there any questions on athletic clearance, when you need to get that done by, and anybody need help with that? Okay. Now, it's very important, if you need help with it, you're having issues, you're having troubles, Coach Frank, Mrs. Weezar, myself, it's kind of hard because we have no way of meeting up with you guys. So, but we can answer any questions that you need, but you have to get with your parents, and you have to get with whoever, brother, sister, I don't know, whoever it is that helps you get this done. You need to start today, because you need to get this done. You've got 2 Fridays from now. And if I only have 8 guys cleared, we're probably just going to start with the 8 guys, 5 guys, 6 guys, whatever it is. If they're cleared, we'll work with the guys that are done. But you can absolutely, without question, okay, no cutting corners this time. No exceptions, cannot practice unless you are 100% clear. Does everybody understand that? Okay, all right. Mrs. Weezar, anything you want to add to that, the athletic clearance?
No, you guys, so a couple of you sent me messages. If you just go to that one screen, and so I know when you printed your physical, it came in 2 sheets. You can just upload the second sheet as an additional paper, and it should be fine. So yeah, if you're having a problem with that, just add that in there, because if Mr. Lilly says, oh, they're missing it, we can say, oh, they uploaded it as a second sheet. He can look for it there.
Yeah, and the ones I saw, some people just put them together and took a picture of them together, and Mr. Lilly could zoom in and see what he needs to see. The main thing is the signature parts. Just make sure you have looked it over, see where it says signature, and you have it filled in there, okay?
And then keep everything, because you'll give it to me when we get back.
Yeah, keep everything, okay? All right. Now this is, I'm moving into the future here, because right now it's, you got to get cleared, guys. I mean, we can't do anything unless you get cleared. We used to do all this with you guys in the spring. We had no spring. We have no summer together. So we would take guys and shake you up and get you to do all this, but you have to do this on your own. We can't work at school together and get this done. Fortunately, you guys have all been through this process before, so you need to do that. So that is priority number one, and you should be getting on it now anyway, because when we start back to school, we'll probably be going to the bowl a few times a week right off the bat, and we can't do that unless you're cleared, okay? The other thing too is time. I mean, we know we could play. We know we could play together. We know kind of a lot of things we could do, but when school starts, you know, things might be, we don't know what to expect. We don't know how much time we're going to have to get prepared for the season, and November could come up a lot quicker than we think. So it's going to be kind of up to guys to take care of business and get things done here. Okay. All right. This is kind of moving into the forward into the future. The big date is July 14th. Okay. That is potentially the first day we will have practice at the bowl live. And I'm working with Mr. Lilly to do that. The other alternative, if I cannot get the stadium, we are going to have to go after football practice. So football is probably going to be done around 5 o'clock. So we'll probably do Monday, Wednesday, 5:30 to 7:30. That's the second alternative, okay? So just be aware, okay, some of this is going to depend on the, you know, the school district, the city, which I think if they're open and they're already giving reservations, we'll get that, which I'm not too concerned about, but getting cleared there, okay? Supposedly there's gonna be a signed waiver of consent, and it's basically letting us know that you and your parents know, yes, there is indeed, you know, COVID-19 is out there, and it is definitely something that is contagious. And it's going to be a waiver that you and your parents understand that we need to follow specific rules and guidelines to make sure everybody is safe. And I'm sure in that is letting you guys know specifically the main things that we need to do. It's going to be important, for example, that you come to practice on time, okay? It should have been anyway, but we have to be monitoring who is where in the facility, whether it's at the school or at the bowl. We need to check people in. We need to move people in and out, down and around to certain places to practice, start practice in a way that makes sure we maintain social distancing, and also that people's hands are sanitized, temperatures are taken, all these things need to be done, okay? So this signed waiver is going to be part of that. I'm assuming what's going to happen is the district's going to say, this is the waiver we're going to use. What I'm probably going to have to do is send it to you guys on, or you might have to look it up on the athletic site. This is available, okay? But I'm waiting for Mr. Lilly, and he's waiting for the district to get that, but that is definitely going to be a piece that we'll have to take care of, and you'll probably have to bring that the first day of practice, okay? All right. Getting ahead of ourselves. Somebody's kind of hit. Frank, did you have a question? No? Okay. Dropping off. If we're going to the stadium, I think what I would like, if we could, is have parents drop you off. We're going to mark things off so everybody's 6 feet apart, probably going down the ramp and you're going to have to check in at a check-in table. And a part of this, why I'm telling you this, is so you can your parents too. Mrs. Weezar, Coach Peñaflor, we're going to make sure everybody is safe and social distance. Coach Frank, Coach Noe, Coach Danny, they're going to make sure when the practices are run, the drills that are done in a safe manner, and kind of Mrs. Weezar and myself are going to be kind of around making sure you guys are like doing what you're supposed to. The biggest thing is going to be perception. People, you know, are at the bowl. They're going to be at them. They come, they watch, they look through the fence. If they see a big mob of kids all mashed together, somebody reports that, you know, then practice is done. They're going to say, hey, well, oh my gosh, who was there at this time? Oh, that's the Santa Ana soccer kids. We might get canceled. So it's going to be very important that we maintain, you know, our, you know, due diligence following these procedures, so people don't say, oh, there was a big amount of people in the parking lot, or they were all clumped together in a big group, you know, not maintaining social distancing. We don't want to lose our privilege to practice, because at this point it is pretty much a privilege to practice. A lot of schools aren't, okay? So it's going to be important that you arrive on time, and that you make sure you're healthy and your parents and everybody in your house is healthy. Also, when you get there, you're going to be required to have face coverings. Come with your gear on. Don't come with clothes to change in. Come with your gear on. Okay, practice clothes, socks on, the whole thing. The only thing that you might throw on is your cleats. Okay, that's about it. Since we're not going to be scrimmaging, I'm not going to require shin guards or anything like that. You know, this is kind of the first time you'll ever hear me say that. But I just think that's just one more thing to be laying around and somebody picks up and hands on you. So we're not going to need that for now. But you will need your face cloth. You might want to go get your own hand sanitizer. We're gonna be bringing some of that too. You're gonna need a water bottle. Okay, you're gonna need some type of water container, the whole thing. But you're gonna come in. I'm gonna keep you guys distanced. Come dressed for practice. Get dropped off. Okay. I'm gonna check you in at a table. I have to record your temperature. You know, 100.3 and you're good. 100.4 or higher, I have to send you home. So you might not want to run to practice or ride your bike too hard to practice. That might help the temperature, but you're gonna get checked in. We're gonna move you into certain places on the field where you could be basically, we could do about 9 players with 1 coach. So however many we have, we'll probably have 7, 8, or 9 players per coach, still socially distanced. And we're going to have parts of the football field sectioned off for you to do your drills and your practice. Okay. After we check you in, we're going to give you a big glob of hand sanitizer or whatever. And then try not to touch anything, okay? And it should be pretty easy, okay? After practice, we're gonna try to finish right on time. We're not gonna we can't just get in a big group. You know, there's no circling up anymore. It's sad to say, but it's just gonna be, okay, guys, grab your bags, start heading up the ramp. Probably the guys that are walking home will have you go straight through one gate, keep going. I'm gonna tell you guys, when you're walking home, it's that perception. When you're walking home, if you guys glom together and you get in a big pack, you know, 6, 7, 8 guys, they're gonna say, who's that? It's the Santa Ana soccer kids. And kind of the negative of us being at the department right by all the big wigs in the whole city, mayor, everything, city council people. So I'm just gonna have to say, you gotta go straight home. You know, ride your, you know, scooter, your bike straight home. Can't be walking with your buddy. If it's your brother, that's fine, right? But you just have to go straight home. I'm hoping people will come pick you up, but I know that's not always going to be the case. That perception is going to be huge. So we're going to begin promptly 3 o'clock, checking you guys in. That'll give us a good hour. It's going to be mostly conditioning and physical work and ball work and things like that individually. So there's not a whole lot of team stuff we could do unless I could kind of figure out, you know, exactly. We might be able to figure a couple things out, but there's going to be no scrimmaging, that's for sure. Okay. But we'll end promptly at 4:30. I'll just kind of blow the whistle and we'll start, you know, letting you guys out. Hopefully, if you have a ride, somebody to pick you up, please have them get there by 4:45. That way we can have a big group of people waiting to be picked up. So if that is the case where you need a ride, make sure you have somebody there 4:30, 4:45 to take you. People watching practice, I've always liked it when your parents come to watch practice. I'm not 100% sure what the rules are right now. I text Mr. Lilly, like, do I need to give a parent a temperature check or those types of things? I'm not sure of. I would welcome them. I don't see a big problem with them sitting in the stands socially distanced from other people. But I think that will be okay. Especially, I know there's a couple parents that like to watch practice, and we welcome that. We're just going to have them follow the rules as well. Face masks, social distance, the whole thing. And if you could just talk to your parents about that, you know, that we are really concerned about having a practice shut down. Of course, we're even more concerned about anybody getting sick from this. So just make sure parents, when they come with you, if they are going to watch practice, that they come with the face mask and can sit in the stands with face mask, and we keep that whole perception up that we have everybody following, you know, the rules 100%. Okay.
Really quickly,
Sure.
guys, you need to make sure that when this does happen, when in the future theoretically this happens, that you are wearing a mask to practice, and then you'll have to wear a mask. There might be times where we're talking to you and you'll have to wear a mask, and we're going to be wearing masks. And then you also have to wear it. You have to wear it when you're leaving also. So it's not like, oh, I'm just having it in my bag. It has to be worn.
Yeah. And again, guys, that's the big perception thing. When you leave the house to come to practice, please wear it. Okay. Because people are going to see kids in the streets, going to the stadium, going to the bowl. And if the more they see kids following the rules, following directions, following instructions, the more likely we are to be able to continue to use the stadium and use the bowl, the whole thing. And also, hey, everything I've seen on the news, on TV, watching, it's all been about mask and social distancing, okay? So it's for your good too. It's for everybody's own good. Okay. I've already kind of gone over this screening, but it is pretty important. So coaches, I'm going to take my own temperature, take the coach's temperature. Everybody's going to have their temperature checked. There's a logbook that I have to write down the temperature as you come in. So it's going to be kind of a little backup point. So make sure you keep your social distancing. I think we'll probably take some blue tape and mark it going up the ramp so everybody's kind of spaced out. The hugs and handshakes and all that stuff, guys. No, I'll be very happy to see your guys' faces, but we're just gonna have to check you in and get you some fresh air and get you some work. But please I know how much everybody wants to be out here, but if you or anybody in your family has symptoms, you have to stay home and hopefully have that person, or if it's you, go get a check, okay? And if you have any questions about that, concerns, when and where and how to get that done, I don't know all the answers, but obviously myself or Mrs. Weezar would be people to kind of come to try to get you in the right, going in the right direction. But, it is for your own health. If you are sick with this, that you need to get help and get a doctor and get under care. Even if you think you're feeling okay, or you're not feeling too bad, it's best to get checked out, okay? Practice. Some of this we're still going to work out. The coaches and myself, we're going to talk over what practice is going to look like. But this is kind of the main picture of it. There's a lot of limitations, and the thing is that no group of more than 10 could be together. That includes the coach. So it's going to be about 6, 7, 8 guys per coach, and we'll have Danny, Noe, and Frank. We'll kind of decide how we'll break that up and how that'll look for now. If they do say we're in another phase, it might be a little different. That would be great. But for the most part, it's going to be small groups, check in a group, move on, get you guys set up on the field, kind of a guy every 10 yards or so, and we'll work that out. I got to kind of draw that up yet. That hasn't quite been 100% figured out yet, but I just want you guys to be aware it's going to be different, okay? Most important thing is when you move onto the field, keep your mask on and keep your social distancing until the coaches say, all right, we're going to start doing some workouts, some drills. It's up to you. If you want to work out with your mask on, you can work out with your mask on, okay? Since we do our social distance, the mask could come off for conditioning. But as soon as we're kind of done and, the masks are going to have, coaches are going to tell you to put those masks back on, and we'll go from there. But all this is kind of those same rules, the social distancing rules, staying within your group, staying within that pod. And the reason why is if somebody does get sick, we do have to kind of do some notifications. We're only notifying 10 people rather than a whole 60, 70 people. Of course, if there were an exposure, and this is, it's not going to be, an outbreak. It's going to be something that hopefully is not going to be affecting too many people, although it won't affect anybody. Okay. Facilities. We could use the restroom, but we're not using the locker room, but it's going to be kind of one guy in, one guy out at a time. Put your mask on, go in, and then, we'll have to kind of figure that out, which restroom they might let us use, but I'm pretty sure there's always going to have to be a restroom used, so we'll keep that up. I'm going to have hand sanitizer. After your temperature check, you're going to get a first kind of thing of hand sanitizer. Excuse me. But anytime after that, you touch something, or you go to the restroom or something, we'll have hand sanitizer for you. And it's always best to kind of avoid touching your face. I know you might get sweaty or whatever, the whole thing. This might be the first time I say, if you want to wear a headband, wear a headband. I know. But if it's going to keep the sweat out of your face and keep you from touching your face, that's fine. But if it's a headband and you keep doing this to it, it's got to come off because you're not supposed to be touching your face. Okay? So let's just kind of be okay with that, okay? Equipment. I think we could pass a ball around, but not pick it up. I don't know how that's gonna look.
That's cool.
Okay, no, I got a Weezer no. Okay, so I'm gonna ask you if you want, bring your own. Probably gonna help, okay? Because it'll help us identify. I'm going to sanitize them all, and if I hand you that ball is yours. Keep an eye on it and watch it. I don't know if I might bring some kind of little sticker on it or something like that, and put a Chaluka ball on there or something. We'll figure something out. Excuse me.
Oh,
Frank?
Cup coffee.
No. Yeah, I know. 2 in a row.
Peña.
Don't lean on the goalpost. Don't touch the soccer ball. Don't touch the cones. The coaches will move those around, and that's it. Though I got gloves. The coaches will have gloves. I'm going to probably collect everything and sanitize it, between practices and do the best we can to keep everything clean. We're in the sunlight, so that is a plus. We're in the open air. That is a plus. I know I don't want to be scaring all you guys to death, but we do what we need to do. We'll be fine. Once you go home, yeah.
The other thing is, you will not be able to use the water fountain. So you guys have to bring like a bottle of water. And then I know I've got a couple of text messages from yeah, so the keeper stuff that I've seen happening for people that are practicing is that the coach literally yells left and you dive left and blocking a ball. Because right now we can't even do that for you. So it'll be interesting. Everything about this is we're all figuring it out together. So
we're gonna have to teach Chungus left from right first, and then we'll. No?
Peña.
Yeah.
I was telling Frank the other day that we can do some drills and facing the the wall of the stadium.
Yeah.
Do drills and just hit the ball.
Into
And
the wall.
I mean, it's gonna give it you're gonna get it back.
Yeah.
And then go around and do the drill again and hit the wall. So it can help us.
Yeah, so that'll be perfect. Having the stadium, I'm hoping we get the stadium, having the wall, doing extra touches, mixing things up. So that's going to be on kind of like Frank, Danny, and Noe to be creative like that.
yeah.
I'm gonna try to deal with the other stuff because this is obviously an interesting way to run a practice. But we're all gonna work that out for you guys. But like I said, you don't get cleared, it's just gonna be whoever's cleared there. Okay. So and again, you should be showering, but I know some of you guys don't even wash your shirts or anything for months. You gotta take everything home and wash it. Soap and water kills the virus.
Yeah.
Period. Soap and water. That's the best thing. So you take your clothes home, probably change in the garage or whatever, as soon as you can. Get a shower, wash your hands, the whole thing. Okay? Let's see here. Oh, yeah, and then hydration. Water bottles. You're gonna need to bring your own water. I can't have the drinking fountains are gonna be off. You can't use the drinking fountains. So we're gonna be mostly doing conditioning, getting back in shape anyway. You definitely need to bring your own hydration, and you might want to bring a towel, your own towel or anything that you need to wipe your hands with or whatever. It's just anything to keep you from touching your face and keeping your hands clean and using your own stuff. Okay.
So are we gonna have water breaks often?
Probably the first,
they'll have
yeah.
them in their little square.
Yeah.
Ideally, they'll have all the stuff in their own little square because we don't want their stuff off to the side together because
Yeah.
then they're gonna gather. So what I've seen a couple of places do, so like on the blacktop by the visitor side, we could put X's there and then that's their station. Or if they create squares on the field, then they can take whatever they have with them into the square in the field, like their mask and their water bottle, and then keep it there with them.
Yeah. Kind of what I'm thinking are like, we might just use the lines, everybody every 5 yards, just keep going down on ones, you know, split it up or something. We'll figure that
Figure it
out.
out.
But just kind of a lot of this we've already talked about. Your equipment, you're only using your own equipment. Don't touch the cones. You get a ball, that's your ball. You hang on to that, and we're not sharing anything. Most of what we do, we've already done before. We've worked out without weight equipment and things of that nature. It's going to be mostly individual drills and drilling and getting you fit and in shape, stretching, kind of getting you back in the swing of things there. Okay.
We can do this, guys. We can do it.
Yeah. Let's see here. And like I said, big thing again, and just kind of coming to practice with your gear already on. Okay, so the locker room's not going to be open. I'm pretty much expecting you coming from home, practice, and going back home. Okay. After that, then it's up to your parents.
And if they don't come ready, hey, they're not gonna practice.
Yeah.
Just simple as that.
Hygiene practices. A lot of these things we've already said, but important. Washing your hands before you come to practice. Washing your hands frequently or using the hand sanitizer. Like I said, one of the first things after I take your temperature, I'm going to give you some hand sanitizer. And from there, just try to avoid, touching your face or anything like that. Sneezing, coughing, all that stuff inside the elbow is the best thing to do. Avoid touching your face. And we don't have to get crazy about it, but, if we'll try to wipe down things that will be of any use and disinfect them before practice, but just be careful, just follow all the things that we've been talking about and keeping social distance and that nature. Face coverings, the last thing there again, Mrs. Weezar brought it up. Walk to the bowl with face coverings, ride your bike to the bowl with face, come with the face covering on, keep it on until we tell you to take it off, or it's okay to take it off for your workout. And like I said, if you want to keep it on throughout the workout, we've got some guys on the team, they're asthmatic or whatever, and you got something and you're really, if you are, want to keep the face covering on during the workout, that's fine. But definitely when we're coming into the bowl, we're getting you into your sections, you're keeping that face mask off until we say you're doing your workout. After that, put your face mask on until you get home. Okay?
The other part to remember, guys, is the reason why it's so important with your hands is that the COVID can go into your eyes. So if you're sweating and you're touching your eyes or your forehead, that is one way that the virus can enter your body. So while we're protecting your nose and your mouth, we really have to protect your eyes also.
All right. Okay. And then ultimately, this is kind of where we're at. Some of you guys might be with other clubs and they might be doing big things, but what I've been informed is we are starting with phase 1, and this is right out of the CIF book, conditioning, individual ball skills. Each player has his own ball, feet only, no heading, no using hands, no contact. So, that's essentially where we're at here. I think that's pretty much it. So, that's all I have to say about what it's going to look like. I know a lot of this is kind of in the future, but I just kind of wanted to go over this with you guys, the players, just so you know. You could talk to your parents. If your parents are uneasy about things and you want to convince them or they're not convinced or whatever, you could have them talk to one of us, Frank, Danny, Noe, myself, Mrs. Weezar. We are going to do everything we can to follow the guidelines that have been put down by, let me go over the whole thing. I've been looking by the school district, CIF, the National Federations of High Schools, the CDC, the Orange County Department of Health. Okay, I've been looking at everything. So we're following kind of what has been laid down by the experts, what is going to be the safest means using what we have, which hopefully will be either the bowl or the school. And hopefully, if once we get the word to get started, we will be able to start on July 14th. But you need to get cleared. Okay, Ms. Weezar, anything you want to add?
I need to talk to him about something else.
Okay.
Can I go ahead?
Yeah, I'm done. Let's see. I'm trying to stop share there.
Okay. Really quickly. So for those of you, especially my new seniors, I really need you guys to go into and complete your field level stuff, putting in your Twitter name. I told you guys that we really would like to put in your mile time and your, I think it's your vertical leap and something else. We're getting a lot of looks on field level. I think Pablo had 68 looks in the last like 3 or 4 months. Frankie's got some looks, Juanito, a bunch of you guys obviously are getting, but I need that to kind of go. And I told you guys before that setting up that Twitter was important, because if you look even at field level, they ask what your Twitter handle is, because that's how a lot of the college coaches are going to contact you. They can start talking to the people that are seniors now. So you might start getting phone calls or emails from prospective colleges, and I can help you with all that stuff. You guys just send me a message so that I know. But like Frankie, I need you to complete your field level. Juanito needs to complete his field level, because, so for example, Pablo has 68 colleges that have looked at him, 68. And while that's great, if his stuff isn't complete, then they don't know who to contact. Like eventually they'll contact me, but they're going to wait till like November or December. And some of you are going to want to apply sooner. So if the sooner the colleges can get into contact with you, the more recruitment you're actually going to see. The other part of that for you guys is that we have a lot more options now, because a lot of the schools, because of COVID, are not going to be looking at your SAT scores. They're not even going to ask about your SAT scores. It's not going to be a factor. So those of you that have either really sucked at your SAT or haven't taken it yet, we're okay. And those of you that got good grades when we were on this other part, when we were on the distance learning, and your GPAs went up, that gives me a lot more room of colleges that I can talk to or that can contact me about you guys, because they're not going to be asking me about your SAT scores. They're just going to be looking at whatever you've done for soccer and your current GPA. So that's the benefit of what I'm doing. But I am getting all the messages from coaches wanting to connect with us on field level, fill out your profile. They're not going to know to look for. So Pablo has like 85% of his profile done on field level, and he's had 68 looks because he has that much done. Some of you only have like 10% of your field level done. Every person that is currently on varsity needs to be on field level, and every single junior and senior also needs to have their field level stuff done. You need to have that Twitter set up. You need to clean up your social media. One of you posted the other day about a porn star, and I'm like, come on guys, like you have colleges looking at you and you're posting about like a porn star that died. Like I can't help you if you're not going to help yourself. And I get it. You want to post like your friends and you want to be like, oh, I like this music. If that music has the N word in it, no, If the music is talking about women in a derogatory way or about saying stuff about people that's bad, you guys are in the spotlight. And if you want colleges to recruit you and you're acting like a menso, I cannot help you, right? I told you guys are in the spotlight. People want you. And now that you have so many more options, I mean, Pablo has colleges looking at him. Frankie had a college looking at him that was in New Jersey. So when you're having these colleges look at you and then they go check out your social media and you're an idiot, right? Yeah, I can't have that. You guys are doing everything right, but it's kind of like you want to be recruited, but then you're not helping yourself be recruited, and I can't do it for you. I approve the coaches to look at you. I go through it every day and I'm approving coaches to look at you, but you have to have stuff on there for them to look at. And then you have to be aware that people are always watching you. We have room for 30 freshmen. And I think we have 80 kids that want to try out. We are one of the most popular teams at our school. The counselors keep calling me I need a list. So I need you guys to remember that you've worked really hard in order to get these colleges to want you. And now you're right there and you just it has to be extra. And I get, it's oh, come on, I just want to post about this and that. I get it. Don't have a spam account, because guess what? People take pictures of it and then they send them to me. And I'm like, oh, I still see you, because they want to get you in trouble. They want to see what happens. Right? So you have to be showing me, that you want this. And I get, just tell your friends, I can't be dumb right now. Especially if you're you have a lot of talent and colleges are going to want you. Okay, be smart, do the right thing, finish your field level. When I send you stuff from colleges about that I need this or I need that, I need you guys to do it. Okay, it's not just me oh, Miss Weezer wants. Yeah, I'm posting all the time on Twitter. I'm answering coaches' questions. It's not about me getting recruited. I already went to college, right? I'm trying to help you get recruited and trying to get those scholarships for you guys. So you need to make sure you're doing what I need you to do. Okay.
All right. Frank, anything you want to
Hey,
say?
Yeah, I get one thing that now that everybody, the core guys, the guys they're always here. They have to they have to start spreading the message with everybody else. Because you guys like it or don't like it. I know a lot of people said, we're not role models, but we're gonna be the role models for the younger kids, the little guys that are coming in. And like Ms. Luisa said, we have 80 guys coming in, but if we mess it up, if we don't, the guidance, everything that we tell you guys, we're here. I haven't seen coaches like us that care for you guys, and you have to see that we're here. We work, we have families, we have all that stuff. Danny is getting his because he's not gonna get that much when the little baby wakes up. Is born and everything like that. Noah, Benaflor, everybody. We got something to do, but at the same time, we put time aside for you guys. Now that we go through this stuff, make it work. Make it work, because we're our own fault if we can make it work, because just follow the guidance. We are Penaflor are the ones gonna be. They're the ones that are gonna say yes or no coming in. When once you're in the field, then you're gonna listen. We're not gonna argue. We're not gonna do anything, because we don't have that much time. Look at almost July. Almost July is here, and it's gonna fly. And then here comes August, and here comes school. And then we have to new guidance, new this, and that's listen. We go in there, take care of business, go home, and mainly the main thing around your neighborhood. We're crowded. We're crowded in Santa Ana, and there's people goofing around, people that don't believe it, people that don't care, people that this and that. Like Ms. Luisa and Peña said, just wear your mask. And then if you're gonna just go straight home, don't go to In-N-Out Burgers or all you can eat buffet or this and that. Just go straight home. Right now, yes. Okay. So just mainly just pay attention and focus on what we have to do, and then leave it up to us. We'll guide you the right way. But if you guys don't want to listen, we're just gonna tell you there's a door. So hey, we want to come back. We want to come back the right way. So hey, have a good day and just spread it around, guys. Talk to the people that have a problem with the getting clear physicals and all that stuff. I mean, and just talk to them. And then if they want to reach to us or you want to reach to Peña, Penaflor, or Midwizar, or Dan, or Noe, or myself, and we're here. We're here. Let us know, and then if we don't know something, we'll always ask Midwizar because she's the one we go to every time, or we go to Peña. But mainly, Midwizar is the one that that's taking care of the colleges and this and that. And that's the other thing is, hey, everything like I keep telling you guys, you're gonna be your own model on your Instagram or social media and all that stuff. Be smart about it, because right now you're trying to get a position, get in another college, or you're trying to get in somewhere else. You have to be 100% correct. No ifs or buts, because you only have one chance. Only one chance, because they have, okay, let me go move this guy. I don't like this guy because look at his social media. And he's not paying attention. He's not focusing. He's goofing around a lot. Move to the next one. Move to the next one. And it's, hey, if we get guys in there, we're going to keep getting guys back over here. Look at the football team. They started getting people to colleges, universities. Now we're getting people over here come and play for them. And look at us, Division Ones. A lot of people that were there when we played, even when we lost to Loyola, they were impressed how big those suckers are, and we still kept up with them. And don't forget, like I keep saying, no excuses. But if we would have had the team 100%, it would have been a different story. But like I said, that's what we have to keep going from point one, and this is where it starts. You remember Peña every single time. It starts from right now. How are we gonna do about it? A champion is an everything, it's an everything, but you listen. So right from the start, guys. So hey, it was nice seeing a lot of new faces, and I hope we can spread the word around, guys. Because once we start, we're not gonna stop. We're gonna go forward. If you stay behind, there's nothing we can do this time. This is if you don't have your physical, if you cannot even be around the area. You cannot even be around Midwizar, or you want to say hi to Midwizar, she's gonna be pissed. So don't even be around Midwizar or Peña or Noe or Noe or myself. So hey, hey guys, have a good day, and hope everything's clear, guys. I hope everything's clear. Clear everything out, and if you guys getting hit some knowledge, it's good. So good job, guys.
Oh, hey, Danny, anything you guys want to add? Or
Well, the important things here is that the players, the students, they have to listen. They have to listen because, put it this way, Ms. Wizard, Coach Peña, and Lily are trying their best to bring us back, and we have to take care of you guys like we take care of our own family. And you guys have to listen. And if Coach Peña is telling you guys to be ready for practice, like if you guys not ready, we're not gonna let you guys practice. Simple as that. Because we have to take care of you guys. Like I said, Ms. Wizard and Coach Peña are trying the best to bring us back, and you guys have to listen and be ready. And we're gonna go from there. What's that, Danny?
Hi, everyone. And just to reiterate what all coaches have been saying, guys, do your part. That's basically it. You do your part, and then we're doing our best, to get back. So if you do your part, it makes things a lot easier, and it'll make, I think, for a good return, and it'll be what we all want, which is to be back on the field. So that's it, guys. Do your part. Whatever, everyone, coaches are telling you to do it. Whatever your parents are telling you to do it, and have everything ready on your end, to be cleared, the waiver, everything like that, so that when you show up to the field, then we do what we like to do, which is play and get in shape. All right.
all right. Well, that's it, guys. Go get cleared. Get to your parents. Start bugging them now, and get to the doctor, get the physical done. You're on your cell phone, you're on your laptop, get on the athleticclearance.com, get that done today. Start getting on the phone with your teammates and letting them know, hey, if you want to be out there when we get out there the first day, you have to be cleared. Okay? That's
Hey,
it.
is Robert here? Is Robert here?
I don't see Robert.
Yeah, I saw Robert.
Yeah.
Oh, hey,
I wanted to
Robert.
see if he was here. Is he here? He's not here?
Yeah, I'm here. Could you hear me?
Hi. I want to
Oh,
see.
there he is. He's got a big B.
Yeah.
Robert. So I want to see the new Robert. I heard all about it. Come on, Robert. Where are you?
Come on, Robert.
It's a little dark.
Oh, there he is.
Robert, come out of the dark.
Let me turn on the light real quick.
Come on, Robert.
What
Better?
are we going to call him now? What are we going to
Yeah,
call him? We
haircut
can't
and
call him the
everything.
Rhino
Bobby now or
anymore.
Bob.
Good. Hey, Jonathan, no more porn stars, okay? Get those off your.
That wasn't John.
It wasn't.
It wasn't Jonathan.
All right, good.
Do we
Hey,
see
Miss
Robert?
Robert's
Miss
gone.
Wilson, I think Frankie has the.
Oh my
form for the
God!
physical.
Look at him!
Robert.
Oh, Robert, where the hell's the rest of you?
Is that,
Robert,
He's
how
gone.
come you has disappeared? What the
is that
hell?
her?
Gone.
Boy.
He even doesn't have a shirt on. He's like, yeah, look at
He's
me.
all. That's a word.
Wow!
Summer
I
star.
would
yeah.
not recognize him if he was walking down the street. Damn, Robert.
Yeah.
Are you eating? Are you healthy? You okay?
Yeah.
What
I
are you
heard
eating?
you're like running out mountains and eating salads. What the hell?
Yeah.
Are
Okay,
you sure?
nobody. We're gonna have to call. We have to find a new nickname for you now, Robert. You're not the Rhino anymore. What the heck?
Slim.
We're not gonna tell him to put the butt down.
Yeah.
I know. Probably doesn't have no more butt now.
That's it.
No way. What did you? Well, congratulations, Robert. I'm glad you're
Thank you.
healthy.
Good job, Robert.
No way.
Yeah,
What
Thank
did you
you.
need?
I think Frankie has a form for the players for the physical or whatever, because Frankie was texting the group.
The physical. Yes.
Yeah.
All right.
So whatever,
Yeah.
if
So,
they need
Miss
it,
Carmen, if anybody needs a physical form, yeah, just contact Frankie or Brian. Miss Carmen made copies if you don't have a copy machine or a printer at home, and then you guys can pick that up. You can download it directly from the school website if you need it. Like a Chuluka goes, what about me? Yes, you too. Ay, ay, ay.
Is Choluca going down?
Oh,
Chuluka.
no.
Where's Choluca
Too
gonna
many
go?
Chalukas. 2 Chalukas in the same screen. Dang. Is your brother having another boy?
Is Choluca? When are they coming?
No, another boy. I can't.
Coming.
Oh,
I'm getting too old. I'm getting too old to teach.
Another Chuluka. All
I thought it was him first, and then it just turned out to be Robert. Right there. All right. We're good.
Alright. It was nice to see everybody.
All right.
Get cleared, and then coaches will talk tomorrow and.
Yep.
I gotta give this-
okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, have a good day.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye bye.